Alrighty, we got 2 cups of freshly picked blackberries. And what are we making today, Camera Girl?
Blackberry cobbler, because we're too lazy to make blackberry pie. Basically, you just taste them, and if they're too tart, you add just a little bit of sugar. I'd suggest starting with a 1/4 cup of sugar, and you can add from there.
Okay, but we're not adding any sugar to these because they're sweet enough. So what are you going to put in here to start?
A little bit of cornstarch. We're just adding a tablespoon, and that's just so that there can be just a tiny bit of thickening. So we're just going to add just a little bit of this. We got enough sugar going to be in the topping. This isn't going to bring down the flavor at all. What's great is you can use blueberries, you can use strawberries, raspberries, 2 cups of anything.
Alrighty, so now you're going to set those aside. You're going to mix your dry ingredients now?
Yes.
So you got 1 cup of oats. So these are just quick cook oatmeal. And you're going to add?
What we have is a 1/2 cup of flour. That's all-purpose flour. 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. This is to help your little bit of dough rise. We're adding just 1/2 cup of sugar, and because especially with oats I like some brown sugar, I did 1/2 and 1/2. So a 1/4 cup of brown sugar and a 1/4 cup of white sugar. So we're just going to mix this up a bit. Again, don't need a mixer or anything. I'm going to cut in the butter. I'm going to cheat and I'm going to use the grater. You just make sure that your butter's in the refrigerator until you need it.
Okay.
So it's as hard as it can be. And you can do it with 2 knives. You can do it with a variety of things.
So you grated your butter out into these little thin strings. You're working your butter in there, getting your butter mixed up with your dry ingredients.
So we got 1 egg. And I like to add vanilla. I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon. And we add that in there. And a 1/4 cup of milk. This happens to be almond milk. So it's not as rich as, say, buttermilk, which is really good, or whole milk or whatever. It's just whatever you want to try. Some people add cinnamon. I'm not adding cinnamon. I think the berries will be a good enough taste without it. And so all we're doing is we're moistening everything, that's all. And you see, it's not a whole lot of batter. That's the topping, it's ready to go.
Alrighty, so now we're going to do this in a little pie tin.
You can grease your pan with some butter, but you do want to grease your pan somehow. I'm just using some butter flavored spray.
Alright.
Just dump in your berries. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Okay, and then you're just going to sort of plop this around. Don't worry about stirring it together, just sort of first pop it around. Again, you don't have to do a whole lot of spreading because it's going to spread on its own. But I can't help it.
But it's pretty much covered.
Yep. So every bite that you get when it's cooked is going to have some of the topping. Just put a piece of foil, put a baking sheet, and we're just going to stick it in the oven.
In a 350-degree oven for how long?
About 30 minutes.
Now it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Pretty much 33 minutes. So there you have it, golden brown. So we just got to wait for it to cool down for a little bit. And then
ice cream!
Put some ice cream on there and watch a movie.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Blackberry cobbler, super simple. Give it a try, let us know what you think. Bon appetit.